yeah. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend. DJ HAMP about to go live again. So hit the likes, my friend, on your way in. First off, salute the chat, and to all new cousins, welcome back. Heard you searching for the real, well, this is where it's at. The latest topics and panels, and brother, don't get sent to the bathroom. We got all the stats, two back to facts in the morning or the afternoon. Tuesday, women's POV, 2 Fridays, dance and jamming tune. It's a community of real, and we better than the world news. This might be risky, I hope you know. This might be risky, let's go, let's go. This might be risky, no, I love you, real, I love it. This might be risky. Salute to DJ HAMP, it's time to start the show. Salute to DJ HAMP, it's time to start the show. Yeah, it's a broadcast. It's a broadcast. It's a broadcast, yeah. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend. DJ HAMP about to go live again. So hit the likes, my friend, on your way in. First off, salute the chat, and to all new cousins, welcome back. Heard you searching for the real, well, this is where it's at. The latest topics and panels, and brother, don't get sent to the bathroom. We got all the stats, two back to facts in the morning or the afternoon. Tuesday, women's POV, 2 Fridays, dance and jamming tune. It's a community of real, and we better than the world news. This might be risky, I hope you know. This might be risky, let's go, let's go. This might be risky. No, I love you, bro, I love it. This might be
Yo, check one more time for the hood, man. Salute to the 50 people already in the building. Let's get it popping, man. Women's POV.
Yeah, it's a broadcast. It's a broadcast. It's a broadcast, yeah. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend. DJ HAMP about to go live again. So hit the likes, my friend, on your way in. Salute the chat, and to all new cousins, welcome back. Heard you searching for the real, well, this is where it's at. The latest topics and panels, and brother, don't get sent to the bathroom. We got all the stats, two back to facts in the morning or the afternoon. Tuesday, women's POV, 2 Fridays, dance and jamming tune. It's a community of real, and we better than the world news. This might be risky, I hope you know. This might be risky, let's go, let's go. This might be risky, no, I love you, real, I love it. This might be risky. Salute to DJ HAMP, it's time to start the show. Salute to DJ HAMP, it's time to start the show.
Yo, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. I gotta upload the women's POV song. I gotta find it though. My phone might have to resend it to me because it got lost. I don't think I actually named this shit. You know what I'm saying? But salute to the ladies in the building. What's up with y'all? Russell, what's poppin'? I'm good. I can't complain. Who gonna listen? You know what I mean?
True.
Indeed. How was the work day and all that? The white man slaved you? You straight?
No, I'm on vacation this week. No slaving this week. Taking it easy. Going to Florida tomorrow. So, getting my stuff in order.
Okay. What's in Florida, man? Where you going? Like Orlando?
Going to Orlando. Yep.
Okay.
Gonna hit Disney up. Just a little family vacation. Bringing my man with me. Not leaving him behind. So just throwing that out there. Because I do be seeing the comments.
Perfect. What the comments be saying?
It'd be like, oh, prayers to the guy that would date Caressa. Caressa ain't got no man. Why Caressa capping?
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, homie. In high school, you was the man. Damn, man. Why you think they be saying that? You think it's unfounded, or you think they have merit based on what you've said on the panel?
Completely unfounded. I'm behoove. Every time I watch it, I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, why do they feel this way? Like, why do they feel I'm
100%.
undateable? Like, I don't get it.
Nah, real shit. Hey, shot. Okay. No doubt.
I can't say hi to somebody. That's crazy. Like, do I gotta walk around mean mugging people now? Like,
Nah. He was in the chat.
Oh, he was in there for real. Hey, Sean.
Okay.
Perfect.
Callie was popping.
Yeah, shit. Getting ready for spring break next week. I took the whole week off, and I'm gonna be chilling somewhere.
What y'all doing? Y'all just kicking it?
Yep.
Okay. Hey.
Yep. I might be headed up that way, or I might be chilling somewhere downtown.
No doubt. That's what's up, man. Salute this so-called spring break and all that. What the boys doing? They just chilling?
Yep. And we chilling with their daddy.
Indeed.
Perfect.
I like it, man. Aaliyah, what's popping?
Hey, what's going on? How's everybody doing?
Nick, hold on.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here.
What happened?
The enthusiasm.
It's there. What's up? Hey,
let's
what's
try.
going on, y'all?
Let's
How y'all doing? That's what you want?
Aaliyah, what's popping?
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? What's going on?
Brooklyn was under scrutiny this morning.
I'm about tired of y'all. It's every single day. It's always a conversation. Like, it's at least a topic once a week. Every day. New York, all the time. Every time. All the time, every time.
No, it's not.
And y'all wonder why. We act like the main characters. Because we are.
No.
Evident.
You seen,
Yes.
dude? Nobody told him to post
No,
that video.
no.
Y'all, he posted it and y'all allowed it. That nigga was talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I gotta show y'all this video, man.
No.
He brought back
Don't
the
play
DJ
it
Quick
again.
term.
I don't even know who that is. Who even is that? You see what I'm saying? Like, he's not representation. So I don't even know what you're talking about.
He's from Brownsville. Keep it up.
That's crazy.
What's good with you, man? Good to see you, man.
I know. Thanks for having me back. I just got the link late today, but I said I was going to show up. So here I am for a little while.
Indeed. We're gonna cook it up, man. How was everything, man? How you been, man?
I've been good. Today was a pretty good day.
That's what's up,
2 more days left for work, and then I'm off for the weekend.
Word. I like 2 more days. So you off on Friday?
Yeah, I took off for Friday.
Word. So okay, so you work like regular, like 40 out, like on Monday through Friday?
Yeah, Monday through Thursday, Tuesday through Friday.
Okay. That's what I always. Well, I don't know. Cause did you share what you do on the panel? I can't remember.
I probably didn't. Somebody else probably did.
Oh, can we share? Or no?
But yes, sure. Yes, I'm a detective. I could work 8 to 5, but I work 4 10-hour shifts. So I work 40-hour weeks.
Okay. So, how Stabler and them niggas always at work?
Who that is? I don't watch top shows.
Yeah. So, well, that makes sense. You know what? I can't watch movies that have football in it. I hate. Tay Diggs, the worst football coach I ever seen. He's on this show called All American. I hate that nigga because of that show.
Yeah, that's the high school stuff, right?
Yeah, but then they be 30 years old in high school. But the coaching is so trash, the football trash, I can't get into it, right?
I want to watch like the real life ones, like the interviews. Like First 48, I was watching that for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to start watching like the CSI or Law and Order, something like that. I watched my girl Angela Bassett in 911.
Okay.
Still wasn't that realistic, but fucks with
Yeah.
auntie, so it was cool.
No, 100%. It's like how y'all always outside of people's house at the right time?
Yeah, nah. And the way she run up in that building when that nigga was, them people was in there, never. Get somebody else here. Yes.
No doubt, man. That's what's up. Perfect. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Let's get it popping, man.
Yeah, I did that.
Marcus starting it off right. Sun Kiss, Shalom. Marcus with the $10 says, "What up, brother Hamp? Salute." And the ladies on the panel, please have a good show. And some of the ladies on the panel, please be good, respectful, and make sure you're making sense.
Wow. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Perfect.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
I wonder who he's talking to. Don't answer that.
Himself. Talking to himself.
I thought he said ladies.
That didn't apply to none of us, so he had to have been talking to himself.
Wow.
So are you saying that you guys are always demure and have great decorum? Is that what you're saying?
For the most part, I would say so.
Okay. So for the most part means there's opportunity? Perfect. Gotcha.
A small window of opportunity, maybe.
Gotcha.
Not the sporties ad lib.
Damn, man. All right, man. So, man, this is a great topic, man. The other ladies will be up here shortly, but this is a wonderful topic. You can't shame the shameless, right? Before I put any source on it, you heard? Or I frame it in a particular way, I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to give me your 2 cents on what it means when you hear you can't shame the shameless as it pertains to the show that we're on, being the women's POV. Callie? Perfect. Oh, Callie, that's what I want to say too. Don't put your pregnant pauses before you talk. Put them in the midst of you talking. See? Like, watch, let me show you this. I'm going to be you. Call on me.
All right, Hamp. So, what you think?
So, do you see that gap? That gap is crazy, okay? I got to edit them gaps every time I'm doing the thing, okay? Perfect. So what you think, Cal?
I think that, see, I almost did it again. No, I think that, particularly where you have like a big audience and everything like that, it's going to more so seem that you can't shame the shameless. Even the people who can be shamed or have that capacity to, it's not going to show outwardly, even more so when you have an audience as opposed to when you are talking one-on-one with someone in private.
So you're saying that you rebuke sharply, but if it's in public, people push back or don't receive it, or at least act like they don't, or don't want to accept it or defend themselves?
Yeah, you're more likely to defend yourself because, number one, you may not know where that other person is coming from because you don't know them like that or whatever. And number two, you can't be no punk bitch.
Okay, so you're saying that you can shame the shameless in certain settings.
Correct. If that person has the capacity to be shamed, like there are people or whatever that you ain't finna shame them. None of that kind of shit. It's not happening. You're gonna be talking to a brick wall, whether you are in public or whether you're in private. But the ones who have the capacity to, depending on the setting, it might not show outwardly.
Okay,
you have
all
an
right.
audience.
Okay, I got a few questions, but I want to get you guys' unadulterated opinion on the topic specifically. Aaliyah, what you think, man?
So when Joy has said this last week, I noted it down. I still got the note in my phone. When she said this last week, I noted it as a red flag. Like I was like that was a red flag. When I watched the tape back, I even reacted, like my face. I was like, whoa, because it's just like, what do you mean? That even goes back to one of the other shows that we did, the you can't protect what you can't correct, or one of those things. So it goes along the lines of the things that we talk about here, and it's like we should, like, just because you're shameless, we still should be able to shame you because the things you're doing is not right. So I just think if anybody has that type of mentality, I feel like it's a heavy red flag. And I feel like that is a type of mentality, like that mindset is being adopted in society, like today.
Okay. Ressa, talk your shit.
So when I hear that phrase, can't shame the shameless, what comes to mind is your opinion simply it doesn't count. I would have to give a fuck as to what you have to say in order for that to be relevant. So if I don't care about you or your opinion, you can't shame me in any which way. It's just you talking, pretty much.
Okay. Key, what you think of when you hear the statement?
You can't shame the shameless. I think a lot of not even just the younger generation, but a lot of people with the freedom that we have now, like they don't have a lot of standards, maybe. So they're kind of like on the living with the mission that they can do whatever they want to do, whether it's traditional, whether it's looked at as correct or appropriate. And whatever you say to them about it or speak to them about it, it's not going to really matter because that's just what they want to do and that's what they're going to do.
Okay. So things that are considered shameful are, how you say, subjective?
Yeah.
So I like how you answered because you kind of thought like, yeah, kind of, right? I guess my follow-up question, I had a question for Callie too. Do people know that their behavior is shameless even when nobody's shaming them for it? Or shameful, sorry, even when nobody's shaming them for it? Like, does a woman know? So, ma'am, sorry.
Well, I guess it's back to I think Callie said like with the capacity, like I believe if you know better, you do better. And these bitches just probably don't know. Or they don't care to know. Or they're gonna do what they want to do is what I think it boils down to.
Okay. So, like Callie, do you think a woman who got a train ran on her, do you think in her heart of hearts she don't feel some type of shame from that happening? Like, do you think that people are that obtuse and that careless or carefree, depending on the connotation you want to lean towards, that she will do an act like that and nothing comes of it from her internally, intrinsically? Do you think the women that go to Dubai, Aliyah, who are getting shat on, are you saying that they get the money and say, hey, fuck it, they shrug or whatever girly shit y'all do with y'all hands and y'all neck and all that? Like, is that what we saying? Like, is that what we doing? Are we saying the woman, Caressa, who's known as the neighborhood slur, that's a combination of slut and whore?
Heard it before.
Yeah. She let niggas put they mayonnaise on her lettuce and carrots. She's a slut and a whore. She's a coleslaw. That's a play on like coleslaw with the whatever. Shout out to Murder Moot. So, do you think that she has no effing idea? When you was coming up through the ranks. Hold on. I got one more. We got Key too. Key. Okay. When they come in, when you was at the lower levels of what you do, off the street, from being streetwalkers, and they seem to be inebriated, right? They can't do these things without some level of intoxication. That's a stereotype. It's very similarly with the strippers. I actually did an interview with two strippers, one of which says she can't do it if she doesn't drink. And I think that that would be the sentiment of most. You think when it's all said and done and she lay down in that bed that's nice, that got paid for by her shaking her ass for men who don't give a damn about her, she don't hug that pillow and maybe even cry into it? Yeah. Do these people not really understand? Like, can they actually not be shamed? Go ahead, Ressa. You were responding first.
Yeah, so no, I would say for the most part, I would believe that they know what they're doing is shameful because everybody know right from wrong. Everybody knows what society considers to be acceptable and not. But I think it boils back to my original point of they just don't care. For example, the girl who's working on the stripper pole, she's making her money at the end of the night. So she's viewing it as a job. She don't give a shit about anyone's opinion. Or the girl that's going to Dubai, she's benefiting one way or another, whether it's financially, what have you. So it's not that we don't know right from wrong. It's not that we don't view it as being shameful. It's just at the end of the day, you don't give a fuck if you continue to do it.
Well, that's what I'm challenging, right, Ressa? They'll justify it by saying there's a monetary outcome that justifies the shameful behavior. You see? So they'll keep doing it because of the money, right? But I don't think that they don't feel shame. You see? I don't think that they not give a fuck because they have to do things to get themselves to that point to do the shameful act. You see? If they were that carefree, they wouldn't have to be inebriated and stretched thin. They wouldn't even need the money for it. Right? But they need a certain amount of money to do something to shame their family. Damn, I added the family part.
But can we also say too that that's how certain people turn up? Like for example, if you about to party, if you out in the club, depending on what your turn up look like, certain people they got to do certain things to get lit. So that could just be part of their turn up. That doesn't mean that they're shameful about what they're doing. That's how they turn up at the end of the night.
Okay. Aaliyah, she's saying that maybe that's just how they party. My challenge, Aaliyah, is that they couldn't do it if they weren't doped up. I can go to the club and party and not drink, and I can go to the club and party and drink. I don't think they can get on that pole without that inebriation. What you think?
I definitely agree with that because even with the hypothetical that you gave, at the end of the night, like I know women try to justify it. Like at the end of the day, I got money, I got bags, I got this, I got that, all these tangible things. But at the end of the night, when you look at yourself in the mirror, what do you see? How do you feel? And I feel like that's what that boils down to. So you can act like you don't care. And you can act like and you can keep getting drunk and you can keep doping yourself up and thinking that's just how you get lit. But at the end of the night when you drunk and you inebriated as hell after just doing whatever you did to get however much money, now you're drunk and you're looking in the mirror and you don't even recognize yourself. How you reconcile that?
Yeah, man. Like, Callie, what you think about this, Cal? I don't think there's any shameless. I think that mirror, if you had the Professor X powers, he could read minds and all that. I don't think they shameless. I think they front.
This whole conversation is reminding me of Ronnie from the Players Club, right? Excuse my 90s references, okay? But even with Ronnie and Trix, right? Ronnie ain't had no shame. Trix did though. Even though she was rolling with her, Trix had a little bit of shame about her and everything like that. But I think out of all the people that was in there, I think it was only one Ronnie. I think that I think it's a small minority of people who are shameless. I think the majority of people have some level of shame, whether they show it outwardly or not.
Yeah, I don't even know if Ronnie was was she sober?
Yeah, Ronnie was sober.
Not all the time. She was drinking. Like,
Yeah, I thought Ronnie was lit too.
yeah, she was always lit.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't lit when she was okay, never mind. But yeah, Ronnie wasn't fucked up all the time, especially when she was doing her dirt.
No, when she was committing the
Setting
crime.
motherfuckers up and shit.
Yeah, that's
But
a sober-minded thing, right? She's also not the one in the fray. I think what we're talking about is when she had to do the job, you know? So,
yeah.
Key, do you think on Callie's premise, do you think that there's a minority of people that are just, you can't shame them? They don't care? Like, do you think that's an authentic thing for those people, even when they're by themselves?
Authentic, I would say no. But they can be so so damaged and basically made these trauma responses their natural responses that they put into the back of their mind that it's nothing to think twice about because they have to do it or they're going to do it anyway for whatever reason. So like she was saying, like in private and in public, like it could be two different things. But for somebody else to be able to shame you, if you already have that mentality that, hey, I'm doing what I need to do and I'm gonna do it because this is what I need to do, then it's not gonna work publicly. But at the end of the night, if you can't look at yourself and feel respectable, then I would think any, and I don't want to say average human being, but any stable human being, or even like a slightest thought that, yeah, this is not the life that you want to live forever. Like, I don't think nobody in that lifestyle wants to live that way forever. Like, it's,
You know, key is interesting. They use the terminology "get out." You ever heard that? I want to get out this game. I want to get out of strip. Like they use that terminology.
Yeah, because it ain't natural. Like this is not a lifelong thing. Like nobody, I don't want to say nobody because in the moment you're proud of it. You know, Ronnie was that bitch. She was proud of that. But bitch, you finna get old. Like, well, you already old. So
yeah, you definitely age out. You know, with the aesthetic. I want to show y'all something, man. So I gave these obvious examples, you know, but let's take a little bit of a step back of just conduct of people who maybe aren't doing those things, but what are people not willing to do when it comes to their families? Why is that such a consideration that seems to be minimized? Like, okay, you going to get shit on. Okay, cool. Right?
Is this liberal? Like, what do you keep? I must have missed that part. Are people getting shit on?
They are.
So in Dubai, you heard of that? They were flying out there to get defecated on.
For how much?
50,000, something like that.
USD?
Yes.
He was like, "Are you for real? They people get really getting shit."
They really are. Seriously.
Yeah, they are.
So now think about this. Money, we got to talk about money, right? One thing I want to go to now, though, is the family. It's like people are doing things and forget about their family. Right? Like, is that seem to be a consideration that's lost?
Yeah, but some people are doing these things for their family. So when you think about the reason to not do it, I think about your mom, your grandma, how the elders will look at you. But some people, when they think about the reason to do it, might be for themselves, for their siblings are taken care of, for their children, primarily most of the time. So, I mean,
you think that's the majority? Are you following the trope that she had to strip to pay tuition?
Am I following who?
The trope of she had to strip to pay tuition. That what you going down? Is that the line you going down?
No.
Kinda.
Well, maybe.
Oh. What would you do if your son was at home crying on the floor in a room home because he homely and that's bullshit.
Yes, that's not commendable at all.
Man. Even the ones that are doing it for their family, that same family, they wouldn't want them to actually see them doing that.
Right. So that family can bring them that shame.
But even before you do it though, right? Think about the selfish nature of a shameless person, right? And I got a clip here that I want to show y'all. And I was kind of like, when should we cover this? So as we broach this topic, I'm like, this is perfect, seemingly. Also, let me just make sure, because my singing isn't great. I want to make sure people have the reference. I mean, my singing is great, but it's not great. You see what I'm saying?
Boys and girls want to hear a true story. Saturday night was at this real wild party.
All right, that's the reference. So let me play this video here. Hold on. All right. Can you guys see my screen yet?
Mm-mm.
All right. I got you. You see it now?
Oh,
Yeah.
I seen that.
It's a depiction of a woman who's married at a Chris Brown concert. She's on stage with Chris.
Yeah, that was crazy.
One more time. Now, this is the so Skinny Salute. They were saying something to the effect of that's not actually the dude in the crowd.
That's what I was thinking. It didn't look
that
realistic.
Like
I was going to ask, but not that that's important, because if she is married, then that's just that.
Yeah, usually it would pan to the person. You know what I mean? Not clip to the person, like jump to the person. The camera would pan over. If it was in real time. Like if somebody's recording that, they'd be like, "Yo, ain't that?" You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But the story is that she has a husband, right? And I don't know. They said something about him not leaving or something, but that's less consequential than what we discussing. But I don't think that's the husband, right? But we've also seen the married women at the Usher concerts, right? When he's doing his what's that thing in Las Vegas?
The cherry thing.
It's called a residency, right? And the cherries and all that. Yeah. Did you see the one guy who divorced the woman who was, I think, at an Usher concert? And so I know y'all can't see me because I got 4 on this, but I wanted to get y'all thoughts, like, cause it's like for this moment, which is shameful for a woman who's married, for sure, a woman who says that she has a man, even, right? You licking, even a woman of age. I just don't see. But I don't want to. You licking the cherry all in front of Usher face. You a damn dinosaur. You supposed to be an example for somebody, I thought. But it's like, what? How did they get here mentally? Like, is there no shame? Like, what? But I guess what I'm bringing this up for is, what about your family? You don't think about them before you doing this shit? What y'all think?
No, they don't think about no family. They do what they want. They don't care. Like, it's in the moment. It's instant gratitude. It's instant. It's like in the moment, dopamine hits. People just do things just to do them and then don't think about the consequences or the ramifications or the backlash. They don't think that far in the moment. The thought process don't go that far. It's just short-minded.
You can't think nothing but 5 minutes in front of you.
Like, they just don't care.
Even something that public, right? To be doing all of that on the Jumbotron. There is a level of not having any shame in that moment, especially. The only time that shame is gonna get kick in is if somebody grab a phone and be like, "This you?" That's when the shame gonna kick in.
Right.
Yo, that shit is. So what's y'all synopsis? They don't give a fuck in the moment that what they want is all that matters?
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah. She definitely ain't give a fuck.
If that man stays with her, I would shame him. Am I wrong for that?
You would shame him to him?
Yeah, I'd be like, yo, you bugging, my nigga. You're embarrassing yourself.
Yeah, I don't think you should be in his business like that. But would you be wrong for that? Like, will I agree with your opinion? Yes. Is your opinion a fact for them in their situation? I can't say.
Mm-hmm.
What y'all think, man?
I think you can say.
Aaliyah, well, let me make the devil's advocate argument. It's Chris Brown. It's Usher.
So
It's once in a lifetime.
that's how they make it seem like it's not once in a lifetime. Don't nobody care about once in a lifetime. Well, obviously they care, but it's never that deep. You want to have your tongue flicking on camera for Usher? Usher? Like, come on. Y'all got the all right. But you know what I'm saying?
Caressa, what you doing? See, I know that.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking about it because they say Usher's carrying some stuff, so I'm just thinking about sharing a cherry with Usher. Nah, I'm good on that. Putting my tongue down Chris Brown's mouth. Nah, I'm good on that. You don't know where that tongue been. And not to mention, I mean, she's married. So it's like, how do you forget you have a whole husband in the moment? And I mean, I get it. I absolutely agree with Aaliyah. That's probably the adrenaline and everything kicking in. So her judgment went out the door at that moment, but that is just disgusting behavior.
Do people still catch mono?
She probably caught that after that little kissing episode with Chris Brown. 'Cause that shit was nasty.
So what's the ideology though? Like, what's the path? What's the thinking process? Is it void? This
She
for
wasn't
me, that's
thinking.
it.
No.
Let me ask y'all a question. Are most women talking like y'all, or are they talking like, yo, it's us, it's Chris Brown? What do you expect?
Well, she was definitely thinking. She wasn't thinking about the best decision, like long term. But she definitely knew what she was doing.
So what you think though?
Everything in the moment she was aware of. Everything in the moment right there in front of her face, she was aware of. And that's all that mattered to her because it's right here in front of my face right now. This is what I want right now in this moment.
Aware of everything but the shame that's going to come afterwards.
What do y'all think? So if we try to find the comments, is this behavior being championed by most women? What y'all think?
Yeah.
Aaliyah
Most
says,
single women, probably.
Okay. Caressa, what you think?
So now I had posted, oh my gosh, I had a heated conversation about this on my Facebook a while back about the women attending the whole Chris Brown concerts while in a relationship. So I feel like there's a line you just don't cross. Like, I think it's okay if you want to do the pictures and all of that, but I just feel like having that man's tongue in your mouth, like that just crosses the line. Like, if you're gonna do a picture, a leg up could be risque, but I could see that passing through. But like the whole tongue in the mouth thing, like I just think that just crosses the line. Like that's just too much for me.
So you saying if my wife went to a Chris Brown concert and she paid for one of them $1,000 pictures, I should be cool with that?
It depends on the picture, like I said. So now if they're twisting tongues, then you should have a problem with that.
She in a
But
picture
if
with
he's
another.
lifting her up, if he's because I mean,
You said leg
a
up.
lot of women got that. Like, cause I went to Vegas and I got a picture with one of the guys, lifting
You
me
said
up or
leg
whatever.
up,
So it's kind of
Carissa.
like,
You said leg up is risque. That's what you just said. Risque.
but leg up, yeah, leg up.
How
Nothing
far?
crazy.
Yeah,
So
it's
the tongue down the
risking
throat
your
is
relationship.
crazy, but the leg up is risque. This is what I'm
Yeah,
saying. You're creating a
because I
slippery
feel like
slope.
it crosses the line when you're exchanging bodily fluids. Like, I feel like if your
You're
tongue is in his
creating a
mouth or
slippery
like
slope. It's a slippery slope. The leg could
The
go
leg
that
up crossed the line.
Why are you doing that? You don't want to get
the
yourself
leg
in
is
a
a pose though. That's what I'm saying. Like, you just posing. You just got the leg up. Like, it's just
It's not
an
an appropriate.
angle, you know?
No, it's not an appropriate pose. Just like if you're gonna hug, if you're in a relationship and you're gonna hug someone, it's the side hug, the church hug. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them. It's not putting
Right,
your titty balls
that's
on somebody else's
someone
chest.
versus
Like,
the
you don't
celebrity
do
that you're
that.
going to meet one time. I think the celebrity factor still has a factor in it, but it doesn't excuse for like that very absurd behavior.
So let me ask y'all, because there's a trope out there. Now, this is a slight derailment from the conversation, but I want to ask y'all. It was said, I forget who said it, none of y'all can resist Chris Brown. Married or not.
That's a lie.
If Chris
I don't give a fuck about Chris Brown.
Okay, well, a rich man, who y'all like? Oh, y'all old, the Morris nigga. If Morris ran down on y'all niggas, well, Aaliyah, you got What's the nigga? What's the doofy nigga from Baton Rouge? What's that doofy nigga name? NBA. So I don't know who y'all like, man. I'm just trying to name a motherfucker. Pop Dead. I don't know.
NBA YoungBoy is crazy. He's a menace to society, in my opinion. But
I mean, it don't matter a celebrity or not. He's still a person. Like,
right, Callie.
That celebrity shit don't mean nothing to me past the autograph.
That ain't. Well, we also got to keep it tall. That's not true, right? The celebrity is literally the thing, right? That differentiates people, right? Cachet, motion. People are drawn to that shit. You heard? So we can't just dismiss it, right? We got to be honest.
That's why I said past the autograph. That nigga ain't worth my damn relationship. I ain't going back with that nigga. I'm going back to my nigga. What we talking about?
They just said, yo, name whatever nigga you think is beautiful, right? And
Shamar Moore.
And he got bread.
Mm-hmm.
He run down. They said, all of y'all going.
That's a lie from the pit of Hades.
Are they wrong?
Well,
now if you celebrity struck like that, then that's something different. But if you ain't, that shit don't fucking mean nothing.
All right, well, Callie, we got you.
All right, I'm going on mute. I'm gonna smoke my cigarette.
What y'all think, man? That they got a point? I forget who said that shit.
If it's my celebrity crush, I mean, we gonna take the pictures, we gonna hug, okay. I did meet one of my celebrity crushes back in the day, and we did get a kiss on the cheek, so it wasn't anything crazy.
Let me ask you a simple question, Caressa. Let me ask you a simple question. Hold on, Leah. If he would have kissed you on the lips, you would have brushed them off?
I was single back then, though, so I would say no, because I was single back then.
So he could have got all access if he wanted to.
I mean, I was single back then. I was in college.
Okay.
So
he could have got all access if he wanted to.
I was single back then.
I understand.
Him.
You were younger. You were single. Could he have gotten all access if he wanted to?
He probably could have. Yeah.
Are you an outlier?
No, I don't think so.
And you saying the deterrent that you have now is because you have a boyfriend?
Yes.
And it's that simple?
It's that simple, yes, because I do value my relationship, so I wouldn't jeopardize that now. However, if I'm single and I'm come across Morris Chestnut or whomever, I mean, that's a different story. That's a different story.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
If you're single. I mean, if what's going to be the ramifications if I'm single? You see what I'm saying?
But this goes back to our standards, though. Like, we're not supposed to have our standards based on, like, a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you got a man, you shouldn't be willing and able and ready to go for your celebrity crush. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be hot and ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, money can't unshame, the shame. Just like money can't unlame the lame, you know what I'm saying? Money just can't unshame the shame. So no matter how much money you go for, it's just like.
But that's the thing. I don't think it's about money because it's like your celebrity crush. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Money,
like, usually
status.
You find that person to be attractive. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just keeping it honest. Like, if my celebrity crush, if I'm single, he appears out the sky.
You wouldn't have no shame in doing whatever you want to do with him because that's what you want to do. You don't have to get drunk to do that.
I probably not.
Right.
Don't have any shame because I would be like, that's my crush.
Okay.
And I mean, I'm not hurting anybody. He's not hurting anybody. So what's the problem?
Let's go into it.
Something you want to do and just a one in a lifetime moment.
Let's go into it. Because we got to stop acting like we ain't going to do it with Chris, but we let average niggas clap on the first or second night or week. So I'm trying to figure out, is that shameless? Is promiscuity shameless at this juncture? Like, do y'all think that women should be able to fuck who, when, how, where, whenever they want? And that should not be judged.
Y'all already know my position on that.
Nah, we don't.
My
Ressa.
body, my choice, right, Carissa?
I do because
My
I
body,
remember
my
everything.
choice.
Okay.
That's the slogan that came to mind. My body, my choice. And can't nobody tell me what to do with my pocket.
I know that's right. Mm-hmm.
Break it down. Now, hey, you almost now, Aaliyah. You know you just did it. What happens in Vegas? Stay in Vegas. Be careful.
No, I know that's right. That's what she. That's what she talk about. So you can't be mad at people who are consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like who stay consistent.
Yeah, but here's the thing. What happens to your consistency?
No, my consistency stay the same. Like I'm good.
So then, let me ask you a question. Ressa said, "Yo, my body, my choice, my pocket. Why you ain't say you bugging?"
Because I don't got the time to go into it. You know what I'm saying? Like
What you mean?
I really don't. Well, I don't get into like, especially the my body, my choice conversation. I just don't get into it for real. So like, you got it. You got it. That's what you want to do. All right. Not you, Carissa, but like-minded people. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Caressa and the people that would do it, right? I know that's your man's, but I'm just saying, right?
Yeah. Like, that's what you want to do. Like, that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. I'm not gonna do. It's no monkey see, monkey do over here. Like,
Damn. So okay. So see, I think Key and I had a similar conversation where she said she not gonna be 100% candid with her friends. Does that mean you, Key?
I'm not sure. What was the rest of the conversation?
It was just like being bluntly honest with your friends. No, I don't think.
I don't think so, but
wouldn't
that's some shit that I do.
Yeah, you was there. It was Jazz. Jazz, I think her name was. So okay, so let me go this. Let's talk about this then. Before we get to the money, let's talk about this though. How sex is being had and all that. What we doing? So Ressa's saying my body, my choice. So Ressa, you saying if she want to get a train ran on her, so be it.
From her. I mean, as long as she's consenting to that and she's not being coerced, then that's on her.
You saying that's not a shameful act?
See, I didn't say it wasn't a shameful act because, again, everybody's morals and beliefs are different. I'm just saying if that's what she chooses to do, she has to determine what's shameful for her. She shouldn't let anybody else determine what's shameful for her. Like that should come from her.
Damn. So you saying train good if she thinks so?
Again, I wouldn't agree with that, but if she feels as though that's what she wants to do or what she's trying to do, then you know what? So be it, because that's what she decides to do with her body. You see what I'm saying? Like, I can't shame you for using your own body parts in somebody else. That don't affect me in any which way. Now, if your body parts are on my man, then we got a conversation to talk about. But what you do with your body parts and your own timing, that don't affect me. That don't affect my money. So go do you, boo. Like, as long as I'm not affected, I don't care.
I got a question. Where does the standard of shame come from? Because it is subjective.
It comes from society, societal norms. Unfortunately, what we consider to be shameful comes from society. It comes from the girl pack, the opinions of others. That's where it comes from. I think it should be.
Is that so bad?
It is bad because then you have other people feeling as though they're in a position to where they can tell you how you should or should not be living your life. Like, I'm at this big old age where can't nobody tell me shit. Unless you my mom, my dad, my auntie, my uncle, you can't tell me shit. That's just how it is. Like, and it's sad, especially upon joining Discord, there was this older woman back there who felt the need to be in a position to where she was pretty much trying to shame me or tell me what I should say, what I shouldn't be able to say. And at the end of the day, I feel as though everybody needs to mind their own business, mind the business that pays you. Like, why people always got to be in other people's business? What I say, what comes out of my mouth, does it affect your money? No. So keep it moving. Does it affect your man? No.
it affects
Well,
our
we only
reputation.
care about the things that affect like that principle comes out when it's beneficial. Like you want people to mind their business at your convenience. You know what I'm saying? Like when you want to mind when people want to mind everybody business, people mind everybody business. But it's now you telling people mind your business when it's at your convenience, and that's not fair. And then
Thing
I would
is,
even say that there are some societal norms or think constructs in society that are for our protection. And if they're for the greater good, is that a bad thing? I don't think it's a bad thing. So there's some structures in society that keep us protected and like certain things for a reason. And I don't think we should try to demonize those things just because we want to be able to do whatever we want to do.
I mean, as adults that have free will, that's the point of having free will and being an adult. You have to be able to make decisions for yourself and your family. You cannot rely on the opinions of others. That's what adulting is all about. So that's what I'm saying. Unless it's my parent trying to shame me, my parent trying to tell me what to do. I mean, frankly, I'm at this big old age that's about to begin with a four where can't nobody tell me shit. Everything is just an unsolicited opinion at this point, and we all got one, unfortunately.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think that if a woman gets like a train ran on her, let's just stick, because we talking about promiscuity, right? You think that dishonors her mother, her father?
I mean, in my opinion, yes, it does, but that's just my opinion. And
It's
again, if she's
reality.
doing it, that's not her opinion. So what matters to her is her opinion and how it affects her peoples. My opinion does not affect her. I just have an opinion like everybody else. How is my opinion going to affect her in the long run?
Let me ask you a question. Do you think they're judging everybody one to one? Or do you think they're judging based on the sentiments about a group of people? Do you think when they see you, they think of you based on what they've seen before they saw you? And you think you have to overcome objections that you didn't earn, but the people that look like you, talk like you, live around you, the stereotypes, you think you have to overcome those things?
Mentality. I think people chit chat together and that's how they formulate their opinions of others. But I think individually, someone may have a certain opinion about someone and then they get with someone else and they start to gossiping and then they formulate a whole brand new opinion. I mean, unfortunately, that's how gossip begins. That's how conflict begins. When they talk about women not getting along, that's how all that shit begins. It's almost like a pack mentality.
Callie, Key. I mean, I could run it down, but
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say yes to your last question.
which was?
You have to overcome basically what people think of you because of what people that look like you do. So yeah, what she does is her business, but bitch, you making me look bad. You making it hard for bitches like me. I don't like that.
She make you look bad? Answer that. How does this random stranger who you don't know make you look bad?
Because if somebody see her in that room getting bent over by 5 niggas, all they gonna know is a black bitch in there. And they see me in a black bitch, and it's sort of like, yep, no black bitches be doing that. We do the same shit with white people. White people, no white people can cook until I see you can cook. I'm like, oh, then you can cook or whatever. It's like the pack mentality. I think we all have it, whether we do it like consciously or not. Like,
Right. But then again,
Mhm.
you individually be the one to stand out. So if you don't agree with what she's doing, or if you don't want to be judged by that, then you be the one to do something differently.
oh yeah, we all got our choice, but I'm still not going to support her choice if I feel like it's shameful. I mean, because I feel like at the end of the day, if she is any type of normal, because society norms, like even if we coming from like the Bible, I don't think nowhere in the Bible they fucking like that. So like even if it was just thinking off of that, like I wouldn't be okay with that. And she, even if it takes a while for her to come to her senses about it or to have a more rational thinking about it, my term irrational, then yeah, she shouldn't be okay with that either. So she might be okay with it today, but then what about when she's not okay with it?
That's something she got to deal with because, again, that's her decision. So whatever consequences come from that is on her. That's not going to affect you. That's going to affect her.
Yeah, it won't affect me directly, but it's still shameful. Like, It's
You know, I used to believe in that what you eat won't make me shit, but um the more and more I think about it, or like the more that I'm exposed or subjugated to other people's opinion based off of what other motherfuckers do, I have to retract that.
Yo, they
I
saying
got
this.
to.
Yo, Caressa, here's what you gotta understand, right? And it's we talking to Caressa, but she's not the only person with this mindset, right? But she represents that mindset for all the other women who think like this in the whole wide world. They saying black women ain't shit, Caressa. They saying that y'all are unmarriageable, unbecoming behavior, not pleasant to be around, promiscuous as ever, disease ridden. All you gotta
I was
do is
about to say.
all you gotta do is fit one of those or none of them, and it don't matter, right? And so when we say, yo, do you being stereotyped because of that. We had a stat said to me, 50% of black women have herpes. I said this, oh shit. Then they had to actually edify me like, nah, HAMP, 50% of the women in the study had herpes. You know, but then the argument was, well, you can extrapolate that number to the larger populace. Why? Because of behavior. And it's just like, if you say, yo, what she eat don't make me shit, is just untrue. And I just think that we have to be a little bit more responsible with our ideologies, because that actually does you a disservice, whether you like it, understand it, accept it, believe it or not. Damn, man. That hurt my feelings, man. What you think, Russ? I'm bugging? I'm stretching it? I'm doing too much? Like, you know where you get the easiest cheeks from in New York City? The Bronx. Niggas was mad that
Why?
Heard it was Brooklyn, but we can stick.
No, I
Easy
no, but
peasy.
I was about to
Not
say
I'm not even thinking of you.
no, because I
I'm
was
from the
about to
Bronx,
say
and it's always a Bronx and Brooklyn thing. But I don't mean
no,
you
but it's the
specific,
Bronx.
Niggas
though.
was mad at
But
Jordan
I'm
Poole.
just saying.
Niggas was mad at Jordan Poole when he bought Ice Spice a car. He could have got her a sun kiss and a pizza. Dirtiest part of the city. What part? The Bronx. Bronx, least gentrified. Wildest niggas. Hunts Point, still thriving. Like, that's the stereotype. Guess how many niggas that say that shit been there? Damn near none of them. But all you need is the mantra. And you know what it took? Charlemagne saying what? You remember when Charlemagne used to say, Florida and the Bronx aren't real places. And all you need is one story to back that up. So now take that. That's what's happening to y'all in real time. Like, I don't know. That's how I'm processing it, man. Maybe I'm doing too much.
Perfect.
I was scrolling through YouTube earlier today, and I came across this short from
He
Pop the
said Caressa
Balloon.
ain't listening to nothing I'm saying.
And this chick popped on as soon as she said that she was from Atlanta. None of them niggas lived in Atlanta. None of them niggas is from Atlanta. All them motherfuckers just heard stories. And that was enough for them to pop on this girl, and she ain't even said nothing yet.
Yeah. What you think, Caressa? Is this one ear out the other, or fuck it?
That's that ham for me. It's gonna be one ear out the other because I'm not moved by other people's opinions. You see what I'm saying? Like, everybody has an opinion. Unless your opinion pays my bill, I don't give a fuck. The mindset that Caressa is on. So, like I said, everybody has an opinion. Everybody wants to do a powwow. Everyone wants to take me down a walk, guide me down the right way. But again, unless your opinion is paying these bills, Caressa don't give a fuck. That's just me. I keep it real. I'm not lying to nobody. That's
100%.
just my opinion. Like, can't nobody, at the end of the day, I have a mother, I have a father. I don't need a stranger coming up to me. Caressa you represent all the Black women. Guess what? There was a conversation in Discord earlier, and technically, according to that conversation, I'm not even considered Black. So you know what? Let them figure that shit out.
Damn.
I got a question. So, like, if your mom or your dad was to come to you about something they found shameful, would that be valid to like change routes or something?
Yeah. Like the mindset, like let's say, because there's been times in which because like I post a lot on my Facebook page because I'm a content creator, and there's been times in which my mom like sometimes she'll be like, Missy, what are you doing? And I'm like, Mom, you know, it's content creation, it's Facebook, can't believe everything you see on social media. So there's been times that I have removed certain posts because I know my mom was offended by that. So that's why I said if it's somebody that I value, somebody who I care about, then I value their opinion. But if it's just some random person on the other side of the screen, I mean, it is
Yeah,
what
you
it
can't
is.
take everybody's opinion to heart. But like back to like the what somebody else's eat doesn't make you shit. Like they lead the stereotypes that we do have to basically be battled with after a while.
Right. Like, you know what I think it is too, Kiara? And I know like this is our first time meeting, but I feel as though my introduction to YouTube was a negative one because like I said, like there was a little powwow of negativity that surrounded me. And they found themselves trying to be like a sisterhood to me, but it was all negative. Like everything behind it was negative. So that's why I feel as though, in my opinion, based on my experience, because a lot of what was trying to be presented to me as, oh, we're looking out for you, it really wasn't. It was a bunch of hot shit negativity. So,
and that crossed my mind too when you were saying like, you know, if she's cool with it, then you know, then it's. I don't know if you were saying if she's cool with it, then it's cool. Or that's her business.
yeah,
That's two different things. It's her business.
It's
So
her
don't make it
business.
cool.
That's what she
Yeah.
was saying. She's saying she may
No,
not
I
agree.
said I couldn't care less. My mindset of whatever somebody else does, I couldn't care less. I have no opinion on it. Unless it affects me directly, I don't care. Unless it's something my parents, my children, my man, I don't care.
Does it vary? Like if it's a friend, because when HAMP was mentioning about like holding your friends accountable and addressing their bullshit, it doesn't matter if it's somebody that you know.
You know.
So typically I've been in situations in which I've had to remove myself from people because at the end of the day, you can't truly hold another grown adult accountable. You can share your opinion with someone, but can you necessarily hold an adult accountable? You can't do that. All you can do is let them know this is my opinion on X, Y, and Z. So I can share my 2 cents. You either you receive it or you don't. It is what it is.
That's right. Maybe holding accountable wasn't the right words to use, but to basically let them know, like, hey, this is bullshit, and you know,
So
you probably should get on it.
Okay. So I got. Go ahead, Callie.
Don't do that. Don't do that, Carissa. Don't do that. Don't do that and act like it was a whole bunch of negativity surrounding. But you talking about one person.
But again, that one person rubbed me the wrong way, and she still rubs me the wrong way. So again, the first impression is going to be the lasting impression.
True, but you see how what she ate made all of us shit.
It affected on everybody.
In your example,
I was like, "My somebody done jumped me. What happened? I want to know what happened."
You see,
tell me later.
Old hag hating, talking shit. She had nothing to talk about. Nothing.
And it's also by the way you confront it too. I mean, but did she have a point in whatever she was saying?
Fucking point. She don't know me from a hole in the wall. This person tried to judge me. You know, she has her, I don't want to air her business out on YouTube, but you know, she was not in a position to try to point a finger at me. Let's just say that.
But the reason why I'm addressing that is because what she ate made all of us shit in how you describe the situation.
Were you out there, Callie?
Yeah, I was in the room.
Yeah, Carissa.
And I had my opinion as well. But the thing is that I wasn't trying to shit on her like that. You know what I'm saying? But that got ascribed to me just because I voiced an opinion as well. You see what I'm saying? And it went on, and it's like that for the whole entire group of people that were there. How Caressa just described it right now, with that one person ate made us all shit just now. So that's why I'm saying this is relevant.
Yeah, because Caressa, your language was they. You know, so it was like they did a thing. Maybe that was subconscious, or perhaps a Freudian slip, right? But people make assumptions. I also don't think that we realize that stereotypes affect us in so many different ways that we may never know. You know, name associations, right? Did you ever see those studies where 15% of us get callbacks based on their judgments of our names, as opposed to white people and etc. Right? There is a particular stereotype about people that we do suffer from, even if it's passive. Or what's the new thing that came out during DEI? Microaggressions, right? Opportunities we may or may not have gotten because of what they think about us before they meet us. That happens, right? Because when you weeding through and trying to select people, you have to use things outside of just that person one-to-one. So when there's stereotypes about black people being late or whatever the case is, that affects all of us. That affects all of us. I hire people. I'm like, I love my people, but goddamn, you know. So I think that we kind of thinking of it a little bit siloed, but you'd be surprised about how many things we may or may not have gotten based on stereotypes. Let me read this real quick. BZ with the $5. If you are the type of person that will do anything for $1, you are shameless. Ain't no I gotta do what I gotta do. I strongly disagree. This was key point. Key, you want to respond to this? Fat boy with the $5 says, I feel shame every time I eat my son's applesauce. Not me. Skinny boy was popping with the $2 says, supporting the ladies. Salute, 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 man. Let's get the likes up. We only got 131 likes. We got 300 people in the building. Please hit the like button, man. Mike Brown with the $5 says, most ladies keep their last names when they get married. I don't know if the family name means much to them these days. That's a damn shame too. I ain't gonna lie. A nigga got a hyphenated name. I'm like, He knows what the $5 says. If my woman even asked to spend a dime to take a pic with another man, she is single. What type of camps they running? Fat boy with his $5 says, if you don't stop filing that damn nail, just one nail, fat boy.
That's crazy.
Mo List with
Okay,
the $2. Man, most of them going, except Callie. Shout out to her. Skinny boy with the $2 says, my body, my choice until I regret being a bop. Mo List with the $5 says, facts, Hamp. It's women out here letting dudes they know are homeless and no job crack, but not celebrities. Get the fuck out of here. No 413 is popping with the $2 says, your body, but I'm choosing. What does FL mean? What does that mean? What's that mean? FL.
What he said?
FL? I don't know what that means.
Right?
Feel me? Oh, that's what he's saying. Okay.
Said FL or FN?
He said might be saying feel me. No 413 with the $2. I can't get legs if you not going. So, you know. LI was popping. The 20 ball says, Hamp, you think we just might be cooked? Look at our women. Do you think this mindset represents the majority of women? I don't know, man. We still walking it down, LI. We still walking it down. Jay Miller with the $5 says, Caressa, believe it or not, there may have been a negative stereotype of black women that affected you financially and would have never known. Nix with the $5 says, Brittany Renner is a perfect example. Every 6 months she doesn't care, but every 2 years she posts I've changed video. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Okay. So Caressa said, to be clear, that behavior she don't give a fuck about. She also mentioned she may not agree with it, but she's simply saying that it's inconsequential because that's that person's decision in their life. So shame don't even apply because I don't know her. She don't know me. She don't give a fuck what I'm talking about. If people that she knows, loves, cares about feel a way about the behavior, that's when shame can ensue. Is that a fair synopsis, Caressa? Do you think, let me ask you a straight line question. Do you think promiscuity is shameful?
Personal opinion, yes.
Okay. Is promiscuity shameful? What you guys think? Just I'm asking a straight line question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bitches get him now. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Do they care? Do people care about dishonoring their families? Let me ask that question straight.
No, they
No.
don't care.
No?
Ultimately, I would have to say no. Because if you were worried about dishonoring your family, you wouldn't even be in that situation to begin with, whether they would see it or not.
Key?
Said, do people care about dishonoring their families?
Yes.
I would say it's two sides of it. I would say some people do and some people don't.
Yeah, we don't use some.
We don't do that? Okay.
And so it would be, do you think the majority of people care or the minority of people care? It's a broadcast.
I understand. I'm gonna say no.
Most people don't care about dishonoring their family?
We can use most, but
Yeah.
not some.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most is emphatic, like it's deliberate, you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna say no. They don't care.
Most people.
Yeah, because their family probably don't care either. So yeah, no.
That's interesting. Yeah, I think people's behavior, you know, when you say that, this pops in my head, Key. You remember the girl, I forget her name. She got put in the freezer. They found her in the freezer in that hotel.
Kanika Jenkins.
Kanika Jenkins up there. Was it Detroit? And the video that she had before she went out that evening was her twerking in the kitchen with her mother. And for some reason that popped in my head when you gave that. Right? Because you're just saying, was it Chicago? Oh, my fault. Okay. God bless the dead, right? But you're just looking like, where does the behavior start? Who's okaying it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not gonna say they don't know shame, but when you do know better, you do better, I believe. And if they don't have any guidance or that village or somebody else that's outside that can be a village to say, hey, look, this really ain't the way to go, then they're not gonna care about what they do. They're gonna do whatever they want to do, regardless of the shame.
But that's the interesting thing, right? Because we're saying people gotta care to be shamed. Right? That's one of Carissa's overarching points. People gotta care to be shamed. But I think I like your sentiment is that, if you weren't raised with moral principles, standards, and all that, right? Then you don't even, I guess it goes back to, I guess they don't care. They don't think it's wrong or they think it's okay based on what they've been around.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say they don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say they don't give a fuck. Like, that's just as what it is for them. Like today, like, I ain't gonna say the most ghetto shit ever, but the most ghetto shit that I've been to all year. Like, this little girl was outside with a baby that was still scrunched up. Like, this baby couldn't be a month old. And her sister and her mama outside trying to fight. They got guns. They arguing with the neighbors. And like, I'm standing there with the mom. And I'm telling her, like, hey, what is all this about? Like, you the mama, what's all this about? And like, she was like, something happened yesterday. So this been going on for 2 days. And I was like, I listened to her and I was like, so y'all couldn't just go inside the house? Like, y'all, like, you can just ignore them and go inside the house? And she was like, yeah, we was gonna go in the house, but this and but that. I was like, it's no hope for y'all. Y'all do the shit y'all want to do. Like, I'm trying to talk to you because you bitch, you making black women look bad. You making the neighborhood look bad. Like, it's not a good look.
This is like when I used to do behavioral health, like when I used to be out in the field and everything like that, we would have interventions, not just for the kid, but for the family too, for the parents too, because us just giving those interventions to the kid ain't gonna mean nothing if the family is also co-signing the bullshit. So
That's why you got to
yeah,
pick
I
your
can feel
friends
you on that
wisely too.
aspect.
Because friends play a big impact on the shit too. Some people don't even really care about what their family say. They care about what their peers say.
Yeah,
So if you
yeah.
hanging out with a group of girls that really ain't about nothing, you finna be the same way.
Yeah. Yeah, the
That
peer
birds of
group.
a feather shit.
Yeah, the peer
I
group.
always believe it. I don't want to be flocking with no birds.
The peer group definitely starts to take precedent over the family, over your parents. So that's a great point. Let's talk about this, man. The money, bro.
Perfect.
Yeah, always this jingle come in my head since I'm in the singing mood. It goes, what would you do for a Klondike bar? And I'm just thinking like, yo, for this money, niggas would do anything, you heard? Niggas will shovel shit for a living if they pay them enough. Niggas will get shit on if they pay him enough.
Apparently.
I saw this one dude. He was like, yo, I do gay porn because they paying me enough.
Saw that too.
And
That's my thing.
You
Actors.
messed up my yawn, Hamp. God damn it.
Word to me.
That's my thing with actors. Like, how you able to act gay for a show or for even a movie? If you're not gay, like if you're not gay in real life, like how you able to act? Like
That money
dollar-
talk.
the dollar amount was that good for you to like for you to be able to act like that and then make people believe you like that. I have a whole thing when it comes to actors and actresses. I just think the job should be illegal. But yeah,
Damn.
like how you able to act like that and get everybody to believe you like that for $1? Nah, I don't know.
So what y'all think? What y'all think? Money?
Money
I
talk.
think that
Let me ask this question. Does the amount of money remove the shame? I've heard people be like, yo, they paid you how much? Yo, Sean, fuck it then. You made how much? Right? Like, Key was joking earlier, but she said, how much? Do they get
Now, I really
paid?
want to know.
I know, but the tonality was the wait,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
now?
yeah. I'm seriously.
50,000. Oh, that's what you said. 50,000. It
As
could
if
have
that
been 50,000. Like fuck out of here, but it sounded like a shit. Ain't nothing no Clorox can't fix.
That shit would definitely remove the shame for that moment.
Really? being shitted on? You
Anything. Just kiss my nigga and you're not gay. It's gonna remove the shame for that moment.
What you mean? Wait, what you mean? But what you mean though?
When they're which one? Either way.
Yeah,
If they're doing it for the moment and they get that moment, they're not gonna be shameful. Money make people happy. Like you said, the dopamines and stuff. They might be shameful afterwards, but in that moment, no, they probably not feeling no shame. Well, they might be, unless they got to get drunk or something to do it. But it ain't that much. It ain't a high level of shame in that moment, more than likely.
You
being shot on?
I ain't never been shot on, so I don't know. But I'm saying, I would think that in the
What?
moment of doing some shit.
What you
and
mean
you got
you
an
don't
agenda?
know? Wait, you saying you had to be there? Like you think that being shit on may not be shameful?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay, say it again.
Wait a minute. What part is not understood? Hold on.
Well,
back it
you
up.
said I ain't never been shit on, so I don't know verbatim. I'm asking, being shit on, depending on the dollar amount, or just being shit on, may or may not be shameful. Is that what you're articulating?
It's shameful, but are you saying if you would feel shameful in that moment? Because you was asking like, what dollar can a dollar amount take away the shame? And I'm saying in that moment, yes.
Okay.
I believe it will. Why else would you do it?
Oh, so money can really remove shame. That is interesting.
Yeah, people excuse a lot of behaviors because somebody got some money or somebody is offering some money.
That's a problem.
Yeah, 100.
Like
percent
people will toss their standards right over their shoulder for some coin.
Yeah.
Problem. That's a problem.
Yeah,
Hell
it
yeah,
is.
that's a
But
problem.
I'm just speaking the what seems logical. There's no shame in that moment. If it was shame, and we wouldn't be doing shameful stuff. If we all had the right sense of if this is shameful, if this is shameful, I shouldn't be doing it. We wouldn't be doing it. Like we was talking about in the moment and the concerts and shit. Like if that woman was thinking about what would be shameful later on, she probably wouldn't do it.
Ugh, come on. That's a whole
I mean,
process.
yeah,
though.
that kind of works across the board though for the in the moment thing. But I'm saying but I'm just saying like across the board, no matter what the situation is, people will excuse some bullshit because of some money.
So
That
I
speaks to
remember this was on. Oh, go ahead, Leah.
No, but it speaks to the character. Like if money is able to make you do anything, you going for anything. So what you stand for? Like what you stand for? If
A
you
dollar
falling for
bill.
anything, you falling for
Right.
anything.
A dollar bill.
That's crazy to me. Like I can't even fathom that type of like that type of thought process. Like
So
anything, you
Look at
just
it.
let
going.
me ask y'all a question.
Look at the country we live in.
Let me
They
ask y'all
will
a
excuse
question.
anything for some damn money.
Let me ask y'all a question. Do we all have a price?
For what?
Do we
For
all have a
anything?
price? I asked one of my boys on the podcast too. It's an old pod. Yo, would you kiss a dude for $1 million? He's like, hell yeah. Does shame
Terrible.
is money the thing that removes shame? Do we all have a price?
We shouldn't.
But do we?
That's a problem.
Hold on, you ain't answer.
I'm sorry. I'm already thinking it through in my head. All right.
Don't think about what your price is. Do we all
No.
have a price?
I think so, and that it's eating me alive. Like it's getting me viscerally upset. Like I'm getting upset just thinking about it. Like because like it's greed. Like that's just been it's greed. Like that's one of the oldest things. Like that greed, that love for money. That people love it for real. Like it's a real thing. It's a real addiction. It's a problem. And the fact people have a price, and people would do anything for $1.
Yo, it's a.
Like Hamp. Oh, my bad.
Go ahead, Colin. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Hamp played this clip. What was that? Maybe about 2 weeks ago or something. It was that boxer nigga. He was talking about he wasn't gonna box no more, whatever. And somebody had said, "Well, what the purse is gonna be such and such." And he was like, "Oh, well, you know what I'm saying." He was kind of like thinking about it, and the other dude called him out for it.
No. The
You remember that
boxer
clip he had
said he
played?
wouldn't do it. The one time NFL player Shannon was saying, "Shit, I'll do it for 50 million."
Yeah,
He's like, "You don't got no integrity."
yeah,
He's like, "Then let me know what
yeah.
type of person you are. You don't got no integrity." And I think Terrence is speaking from making his biggest payday ever. You know, so he coming off that fight with Canelo 3 months ago, right? So he got so much money now that he never seen, right? So he's speaking from that place. So I wonder it also depends on where you are in life at that juncture. You know, I haven't seen a number that has been presented to me to where I'm like, yo, I'm gonna sacrifice all this, right? So it hasn't happened to me, right? But just in terms of things that I could have done to amass more money, I kind of be like, nah, I'm good. So like there's been several subjects as an example that have came on YouTube, right? Different beefs and things of that nature, social media, but I generally don't respond to those things or cover those things, right? And I know that there's probably money in it for sure, right? But it just don't be worth it to me because there's a residual from it too, you know? So I kind of look at things like that. You know, I haven't seen, and again, I'm not saying that, if I'm trying to sit here act like I don't got no number, I haven't seen one that made me want to change what I'm doing. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. I don't know if they say, yo, Hamp, this shit worth $1 billion. I don't know if I hope I don't, right? Because you just got to, you know what I mean? We could say it. But Mike Tyson said everybody got a plan till they get hit. But I just haven't seen a number that pushed me to do something, So, I don't know, man. Damn. So, does the amount of money lift shame? Does the amount of money lift shame? I think Key on to something, kind of.
In that moment, yes. I'm not going to steer from that.
Damn. So they give you that 10 mil and that nigga squat over you. You say, fuck it.
You said 10 mil, probably. Well, actually, I'm going to say, what? To shit on my body? Yeah.
10 million?
I'm gonna wipe it off and probably vibrant. Yeah.
You're gonna feel that shame in your Clorox bath. But that's probably what ends up happening.
You know what? Honestly, with $10 million, am I really thinking about a nigga shitting on me? Because now I'm shitting on bitches. I had to do one thing for one moment, and now shit over with. I'm not gonna lie like I won't.
You ain't shitting on me, shitty chest. What you talking about? You ain't shitting on me.
I want what? Well, that's really extreme, but I mean, let's when we think about like a price. So you said yes, we all do have a price.
I think
including yourself. Can you think of a number, range, or something for something, like an example, then a range that will lift the shame from something, maybe?
You asking me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you asking me to think of something that's shameful, a price.
Something that's shameful and a price that will lift the shame from it.
So like a train, would you let 3 men, would you let 3 men have sex with you at the same time I can't even think of a number.
See, that's really extreme.
No, it's really not though. This is stuff that happens every day. This is something, there's a girl getting a train ran on her right now. While we streaming right now. So this is something that happens regularly for free. So maybe I'm gonna say 100 mil. You will let 3 men have sex with you at one time for 100 mil?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
I was asking you.
Oh.
What is going on?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. That's an example right there. I can't think of nothing I can't think of nothing. I'm sorry. I can't think of nothing. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm not processing the question correctly. Maybe ask one more time.
She's saying, yo, take that example and put $10 million.
Take that example.
And put $10 million on it.
And a number that will lift the shame from it.
10 million is not enough. We could stay with the shit it on.
10 million. 10 million.
10 million is never enough. It gotta be. If it's gonna be a price, it gotta be more. It gotta be more. If it's gonna be a price, it gotta be more. It can't be 10 mil. That's not enough for my dignity. 10 mil is not enough.
Yo, I could see. I'm gonna keep it tall. I could see niggas making it justifiable, right? Well, it's 3 niggas. I had sex for 3 niggas before, even though it wasn't at the same time. It was still 3 niggas, and I feel okay. Like, yo, that's what she gonna say. Yo, well, I had sex with that many niggas already, so okay. She gonna be doing all the shrugging and the neck popping and all. So if it's just 3 and it's $10 million, and then most niggas don't last long anyway, and then it's like, yo, it's going. That's probably more palatable than getting shit on, because you know what sex is. You've been there before. You know what I'm saying?
Not that kind of stuff. Look, slapping you all in the face and all that kind of stuff like that. Yeah, nah.
What you saying? Why you even saying that? Who's slapping you? What you talking about?
Nah, look, I'm grown. I've seen porn before. Okay. Them motherfuckers
I'm
be slapping
aggressive.
you in the face
Gangs.
with they member. You know what I'm saying? All types of shit.
You watching
That
ghetto?
ain't no regular sex. And you could be like, well, I've had sex with 3 men before, so that's a whole different animal.
TMI.
I'm about to gag right now.
TMI. Now niggas know you watch ghetto gaggers. You gotta chill.
Nah, it was free codes and flows, but okay.
We know what ghetto gaggers is. Ressa. Callie done told the whole world. All right, so what you think, Russ?
I don't know. I mean, to be shitted on, I don't think there's any amount of money that I would agree to that, but other stuff, who knows? But
So you would get a train ran on you for 100 mil? Carissa, please. The fact that you're thinking about this is disheartening to me right now. Like, you hurting my feelings. You hurting my feelings.
Let her answer. You let her answer.
I'm just saying, for 100 billion, shit. Like you said, somebody's doing that shit right now for free.
Oh my God.
Everybody got their limits. I mean, like I said, I won't get shitted on, but 100 mil, would I consider something different? Maybe. Who knows? I'm not in that situation. I've never been in that situation, but I'm not gonna sit here and act like I wouldn't consider it.
I think to give it consideration is normal, Caressa.
Him talking, I can't hear him.
My bad. I'm saying
it's normal.
I'm saying to give it consideration is normal. I think if they say, yo, boom, briefcase, 10 mil, no taxes, which is like 20 mil. Right?
Like, can I get an hour at least? Like, can I get an hour to think about it? Like, are you coming with cash? Are you coming with a cashier's check? Like, you see what I'm saying?
Like you said, it's normal that you think about it. Because it ain't like we are completely shameless people. Like, we've never done anything that was shameful before for fucking free.
That's fine, but like it's just it's like to a certain extent. Like, how far are you willing to go is what I'm saying. Like, if you could have 3 niggas fuck on you for 100 mil, like, how far are you willing to go? What else can you take? What else can you do? What else you willing to fall for? What else you willing to do for $1, for a check? You make yourself.
That's a valid question. And then especially that's when I think greed comes in after that. I don't think greed might be at the first opportunity.
Like, cause I get it. Like, you could think about it because of the money. If you don't have it, yeah, you'll think about it like, this will change my life, obviously. But like, it's your dignity. Like, I'm just thinking as a woman, like, that is your dignity. So women who's doing that for free, that's a problem. Doing it for money is a problem. Doing it, period, is a problem. You know what I'm saying?
This is like within that network, here comes somebody else with 200 million, and now they want to pee on you or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like
with somebody else now, all 3 of them want to pee, shit, and have sex with you at the same time for 500 million. You know, the price is gonna keep up. It's gonna get more. It's gonna get worse, and the price gonna get higher. And then how you gonna feel about yourself at the end of the day? Now you a billionaire. You got $1 billion, but you had to get shitted on, spat on, fucked, killed, basically. Like, you know, you gotta basically be dehumanized to get that. Why? For what? I don't know.
Money lifts shame, bro. All you gotta do is say fuck it for 30 seconds. Damn. Niggas say, yo, I'm rich now. Nigga said I remove my lips, I get new lips for $10 million after I kiss that nigga.
I feel you. It's just
Damn. So, all right, let me read this.
Perfect.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. D1957 with the $5 says they say 10 mil publicly, but call tonight and put 20 cash in their face, people aren't that hard to be bought. L Nix with the $2 says, this is definitely might get risky. Answer wisely. Waylo the Magician with the $5 says, I believe that's what separates us from other races. We have limits, but they don't. Now, that's a great point. D1957 with the $2 says, people have a public price, but also a private one. No 413 with the $10 says, your body I'm not choosing is equivalent to I'm not squashing unless I'm on you for real. Y'all sounded like quizzical, my fault, 100. A little quizzical, my fault, 100. L Nix with the $5 says, oh, I read this one. Damn, man. Okay. So if we circle back to the trope, you can't shame the shameless, right? Based on our conversation, do you think that is overwhelmingly true? You think that's overwhelmingly true?
Yeah.
You cannot shame the shameless.
Yeah, you gotta care. They have to care. You already care, that's why you want to shame them, but they would have to care for it to be effective.
Okay. You guys agree with that sentiment?
I do.
That's what I said from
So
the first moment. Yeah.
But
I
what's
agree.
the effectiveness of shaming them? Well, I know we talked about the stereotypes and stuff.
We hope
change behavior.
Yeah, we hope that it changed behavior.
Change behavior.
You know, I think that what you guys are saying is I think it's untrue. I think people put on a lot of fronts. One thing that I have a look into more than most people is comments, right? The response to comments, the response to critique, the response to criticism. And what I realize is most people can't take it from the comments. And they go back and watch like, damn, was I bugging? Was I I got to make an adjustment. HAMP, I can't be on the show no more. I didn't realize they're going to be I see a whole lot of that happening. So when we talk about, I don't care who I don't know you, but you don't know them niggas. And yet it has a level of effect on us, right? It's like Caressa said it earlier, but it's been tens of people who had a similar response to the commentary in the chat. So and people are taking a look at themselves after reading the comments and etc. I've seen people say, damn, if I really be bugging, I got to change my behavior because of the comments. Go ahead, Ali.
No, I was just I think I was about to say, well, I kind of forgot it, but I forgot it. Wait, say the last thing you was just saying.
I was just saying that people take offense to the comments and they'll adjust because of the comments, right?
Okay, I think it takes a sense of humility to be able to say that you care. And I just feel like when it comes to people, shameless people, I don't think they have that, or people who are doing things we would deem shameful, they don't have that humility. They don't want to humble themselves to be like, you know what, I actually do care. And that's why I'm going harder in the paint about it. Like, they're not going to humble themselves to say that they actually care.
Yeah.
They just going to keep going harder and causing more harm to themselves just to prove a point that they say they're not trying to prove.
Yeah, because think about it. To your point, why are you getting offended? Because the same ideology should apply, right? The same pathology should apply. Why you care what they saying? Because literally, if you don't feel nothing, because dumb people don't mean anything, because what Caressa is saying, a lot of people say that. That's very popular. Then why you feel a way about the comments? Because you give a fuck. Even though we don't know these people. That gotta be true, right?
Hmm?
It's empty, Caressa.
That's what I said in the beginning.
What'd you say, Cal?
I was saying, yeah, you act like you don't outwardly in front of an audience, but ultimately, yeah, for those that do have the capacity of feeling shame, they're going to feel it. Whether or not they express it is something different, but they care.
When we say bring shaming back, you say what, Callie?
Yeah, I used to be against it. I used to be like, it ain't gonna do nothing. But I'm beginning to have a change of opinion on that, honestly.
When we say bring shaming back, you say what, Aaliyah?
Facts. Facts. It's the truth. Just got it. It has to be done. I feel like our society is reaching a point of no return. We're gonna go too far. Like the slope is already slippery. Like I don't know how far we need to go for us to really realize and wake up and smell the roses. I don't know, but yeah, it gotta come back. Something needs to be done.
Ressa. When we say bring shaming back, you say what?
I don't believe a grown adult should be trying to shame another grown adult on decisions that they're making. I just don't agree with that.
What do you mean with the grown adult thing?
What I mean by that is, unless I'm your parent, I should not be in a position where I should feel as though I should even be shaming you. That's another adult. You see what I'm saying? Like, to me, it doesn't make sense.
And you're saying strictly because they're 18 or older.
No, it's not that. It's just you can't what puts you in a position to be able to tell me what to do with my life or how I should be living my life. You see what I'm saying? Like, unless you're somebody significant to me, why should I even care what you have to say? Why should your opinion matter?
Does that pathology and thought process, is that how you do everything? Like, what if there's an authority that on financial acumen, real estate? Like, are you like, does this person they have to prove themselves in some way? You have to trust that they're an authority. You have to see their education. Like, how does that work?
I mean, well, we're on the topic of shaming. So, in terms of another adult trying to shame me, I would have to value their opinion. And that's what I'm saying. I don't feel as though any random person should hear something that I say, or because they saw something that I did, think that they have the authority to come to me and say, I don't like what you did. You need to cut that out, young lady. Get the fuck out of here. I'm an adult just like you. We all make our own decisions. So what make you think that you could be in a position to tell me what I can or cannot do? That's all I'm saying.
You know,
But it's
Aaliyah, go ahead, because you'll forget. Go ahead.
no, no. It's just more about like who. What do you mean? Who? Why do I need to be somebody? You know what I'm saying? Like, can't we just be like a community? Like, I get it. It's just selfish. Like when you say it like that, like I get it. Like it's okay to be selfish, I guess, but not in this scenario. When you're when you're impacting a lot of people, I feel like we have to be more selfless in this moment because it's bigger than just ourselves. So when you say it like that, it's just like, damn, like I don't have to, like, why should I need to be somebody? What happened to it takes a village? What happened to that sentiment? Like, where can we bring
That's
that
what I've
back?
been thinking about the whole time.
Like, can't we bring that back? Like, damn. Like, it gotta be
But
one
again,
thing.
a village is a tight-knit community. What we're talking about here is strangers feeling emboldened to correct another stranger. I just feel as though people just really need to stay in their own lane. My thing is, if that person's behavior is not affecting you directly, keep it moving. If you're affected by whatever it is they're doing or saying, then okay, go ahead, knock yourself out, say what you have to say. But if you're unaffected by it, why does it make a difference? Well, how does it impact you? It doesn't.
Yeah, I think
I think we should care for others too. I get what you're saying, but I think we should care for others too. Like I wouldn't want to see somebody that I know probably want to be in my profession one day and I see them doing stuff that's unfavorable. I'm gonna be like, hey, yeah, you might not want to do that because that's gonna come up and catch up to you.
Because I just feel as though we're gonna end up in a society in which people are just gonna feel as though I don't like that color orange on you. Maybe you shouldn't wear that today. Or like when you're at work warming up fish in the microwave, maybe you shouldn't do that anymore. He has an opinion on everything. So
But
it's like, why? You see what
wonder
I'm saying?
if the orange is unflattering. Wouldn't you take that as like wonder if you look a little like a little crazy in the orange. Wonder if it's helpful advice, like, you know, like wonder if you know, you look like an orange, like you just look real bright, or you look real dark, or the colors don't match. You know, maybe that don't bring out your natural features. Like it can't be that. It gotta be just I'm nosy and I just don't want you to wear orange because I'm just I'm just a weird bitch and I just don't want you to wear orange. Like it gotta be that. It can't be the other option. No.
I'm just saying it always doesn't have to be negative. So if people are telling you don't want fish in the microwave in the break room at work, it's because it's affecting everybody on that floor. It's not just about you warming up that fish. It's about, hey, the floor stinks now for everybody.
You want the whole floor to stink, Carissa? Because you want to put fish in the microwave?
Oh, I don't eat fish, so it wouldn't apply to me. But
But you get what I'm
again,
saying.
my thing is at the end of the day, and I hate to say it, but I truly am one of those people who I kind of move a certain way, and I'm just not that person who sits there focusing on what somebody else is doing. Like, I'm just too busy trying to elevate myself and the people who I care about that it sounds selfish of me. Yes, I mean, I'm human, we're all selfish, but quite frankly, I really don't care what other people do. Unless it affects me directly, I really don't care. And I feel as though the majority of people have that same mindset. People don't care. I mean, they hop on YouTube and they speak a good one. Oh, we're community this, we're community that. Society is affected by this, it's affected by that. No, the moment you log off your computer, it's a different story. I don't know if you guys remember, but last year, I believe it was in New York City, a deranged man lit a woman on fire. What did everybody do? Not one person intervened. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we talk about community and society and improving it. People don't care. Because when it comes down to it, when they're supposed to step in and protect, they don't do that. So it sounds good. I get it. It's a great talking point. But at the end of the day, it's just a talking point.
Right, but how far does it have to go? So like you said, a lady got lit on fire on a train and nobody did anything. So
Nobody.
how far do you want that mentality to go in society? That single that personal mentality that I just need to elevate myself and the people that I care about and just worry about myself, and how far do you think that's going to get us in society? How long is it going to last? Like how long? How long are we going to be a successful society thinking like that?
Mean, again, that is society. I can't give you a number on that because I don't have the glass ball. I don't know how far it's going to take us, but I just know that's what it is now. I can only give you what's happening now. And what's happening now is people will talk a good one. They'll say this and say that. They'll act like they care. But at the end of the day, everybody's in it for themselves. Everybody is about themselves. So, like I said, it sounds good, but I mean, we got to be realistic. Well, our words and our actions are not in alignment because those same people who out there saying, "Oh, I care about my society," this and the other, they don't care about their society. What charitable events are they attending, donating to? How are they giving back to their community? If they care about Black women so much, what are they doing for their community specifically, other than talking, making talking points? Nothing. So
So I guess you're saying like talking about it isn't enough. There got to be action as well.
no, what I'm saying is that everyone's harping about, oh, we got to improve our society, but yet no one is doing anything to do that other than hopping on YouTube. We need to improve our society. Don't wear that dress. Don't say this. Don't do that. Okay, if you care about your society so much, what are you doing to improve your society? Nothing.
Yeah, the people that don't do nothing kind of have that sentiment. So I think that oftentimes we assume that the outside world is operating like us, right? If you look on YouTube, you got the firewoman and you got the men who saved that woman from a car that was in flames. And so unfortunately, people that have a similar disposition as you, Caressa, don't help, right? if you're alleging that that's the majority, I guess we have to mine that out. And you know, we'll see. But I think if you're saying that nobody helped that woman because they were apathetic, and then you continue to be apathetic, it's like, I guess you expect her not to be saved, nor should they. They should have let her get burned, right? Because
No,
nobody
and again,
cares.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is
No, I
people
was
will
listening.
talk a
I
good
was
one.
listening. I was
Yeah.
listening.
It's
I'm
not,
saying,
but when it comes down to it, they're gonna back down. They're not for their society when they actually have to put action in motion. They're no longer for their society at their point. They're only for their society when it sounds good.
that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you qualify that? Quantify.
I don't have the answer to that. I don't know.
That's what I'm
I don't have the
saying.
solution for
No,
that.
no, I got you.
But
What I'm saying is your disposition, you projecting it and speculating that most people have look at the world how you see it, right? And then you gave the example. So essentially, you expect her to get burned up, right?
I expect most people will say, you know what? I'm not trying to get burnt in the process of trying to save this person.
Mm.
And you know, in the interviews afterwards, everybody, oh, I wish I would have. Oh my God, I should have. Oh my, I'm so hurt by this. But what did you do in that moment? You didn't do anything in that moment. That's how society operates, unfortunately. And you know, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but like, you know, I'm keep it real and I'm just being honest.
Okay, 100%. You saying that's how it should be.
No, again, I feel as though, and to make it clear, I grew up in a community. I grew up in a small, my village in Belize has maybe 200 people. So I grew up in a very tight-knit community. So I know what a community is like. Most people can't say that they understand that. However, what I'll say is, and we're speaking on a whole, because we're not speaking about me specifically, but on a whole, I don't believe most people are like that. I believe most people are for themselves. Like I said, people don't want to be judged. So they're going to say what they believe sounds right to the majority, but when it comes to putting action behind that, I don't believe they're going to do that.
Okay. Yeah, I think most people probably agree with you based on what they see. I just think that the people that have that disposition don't aren't willing to help, you see. So I guess you just being honest, like you ain't willing to help nobody and you don't expect nobody to help you, and you also believe most people ain't willing to help either, right?
They're not.
Okay. And I wonder, put a 1 in the chat if you guys agree with her sentiment that most people are apathetic, desensitized, not willing to help. We do see it in society where people have their phones out while people are getting stabbed up and all types of shit. Is that the norm for most people? And are the people that do the thankless jobs, like firefighters and shit like that, are the minority?
Social workers.
Yeah, social workers. But if a social worker don't give a fuck about niggas, I don't want that social worker. Damn. Let me see your caseload, Cressa. I need to go through that motherfucker together.
But I just want to know where the change will start. Like who, where is it? So we all just gonna think, okay, if you believe everybody's apathetic, you apathetic, like you don't really care, nobody cares, nobody's gonna do anything. So when are we gonna start doing something?
Don't they say change starts from you? Don't it start from within? Like you have to be the
Yeah.
first one to change. You see what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah,
have to
but
lead the way.
even having the conversation is an add-on, you know what I'm saying? Like even being
Mhm.
able to come to the table to have the conversation, I feel like that's a plus as well because this is stuff people not this stuff. Like this is
Mhm.
things people keep, like you said, people don't want to be judged. People will say anything just to not be judged and people don't look at them, but like it's
Right.
we still have to be able to have the conversation. We have to be open to critique. Like nobody's beyond reproach, right?
Right. And I feel like we should all be the change that we want to see. So it's like, where do we start? I think individually we have to start with ourselves. Like we have to set that example first. And I mean, hopefully that'll rub off on others, that'll inspire others, but my son, he's here, he's going crazy. But on that game. But yeah, we should be the change that we want to see.
So what does it look like then, man? Like maybe we have to baseline like shameful behaviors and behavior that we kind of gloss by. Like we had people would deem extreme example. One of the brothers was saying, "Yo, if his daughter gets pregnant, if his daughter gets pregnant, he disowning her." We make room for things because we make our own rules. Like, what if we're in a relationship, but we're not married, right? We don't have that commitment, but we're doing things that reflect us having that commitment. Like, where does shame start? Do we look at ourselves that crucially? You see? Because it can't be the obvious shit, the extreme shit. Doesn't it have to start with the things that are at the baseline that we all have to look in the mirror for? You know, like is that how it would start?
I would say so.
Has to.
Yeah, we don't normally see the things that we do on our own, so it would be good to be open to criticism. I mean, criticism is not always a bad thing. But if you're just completely against people being in your business or telling you how you should be or giving you input, whether you take it lightly or not, then it just ain't gonna go nowhere because it ain't directly gotta be shame. It can really be like helpful advice. But if it shames you and you feel a way about it, you're already against it. Like you don't want to hear that shit. It doesn't matter if it's gonna help you or not. So I don't know. I don't know what the solution is, but I'm for it. Tell me what you think. And then I'm gonna just think what I think.
Yeah. I think I'm just saying like there's things that maybe were shameful behavior that aren't shameful now because they've been normalized, you know? But if you go back to the beginning and say, "Hey, yo, I got things that I've done that are dishonorable, that are shameful, and I need to fix them and correct them." You see? And now that makes everyone more accountable. So now when I'm like, "Yo, Sean, I've already held myself accountable as well." It's usually these easily seen things. But I think if we maybe scrutinize ourselves first and think about what we do or done that's shameful and correct it or don't duplicate it, I think that now shame is even more palatable because it ain't just finger wagging at that point. You know? I don't know. I mean, just thinking about it, man. Interesting. Perfect. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Let me see. Did I read this one? Chris, what up, kid? With the $5 says, without a principle grounded in a solid foundation, what purpose does shaming serve within the household and the community? Yeah, I think this is like a rhetorical question, right? Like he literally saying, right? If they don't understand the baseline and the behavior is unbecoming because that's not what was instilled, then it kind of has it has no value to them. Mm-hmm. D1957. I read this one. Yeah. Interesting, man. I think y'all did a good job, man. Perfect. Callie, any final thoughts? Perfect.
This whole the last section of this stream reminded me of a meme that I have in my archives. It says, "You want to piss a black person off, say y'all when it ain't got shit to do with them."
Damn.
So it's like, you can be guilt by association type thing. What other people do does make you shit. Depend, there's degrees to it, of course, but stereotypes are stereotypes, and people act upon those stereotypes all the time. And you ain't even got to open your mouth and say anything. They cannot even have all the details. None of that. It don't matter because they still gonna typecast you a certain kind of way based off of what everybody else is doing. So yeah, you shouldn't.
Aaliyah?
Perfect.
I think, well, I'm gonna say this, right? When it comes to the shame thing, I definitely do think we should bring shame back, but I don't think it's necessarily shame. Like, it's just it's just the community aspect of us speaking to each other and critiquing each other. I don't think it's shame. I think that's the feeling you feel when people could treat critique you and try to tell you what to do or tell you something that you might not have wanted to hear. So I just think we have to look at things differently. We have to look at the bigger picture to really get to the root issue to be able to have an effective change. You can't. I still think you can't shame the shameless because you have to get them to care to have any type of effectiveness. Yeah, so I think that's what we really need to work on. The foundation is where we have to be. We have to build the foundation. We have to build the morals and the standards and everything of that nature. So, yep.
I just had one more caveat. Everybody ain't no hater. So if you can just write off what everybody is saying, toss it over, you're like, oh, they just hating on me or whatever like that, then I think there's a form of delusion in that as well. Everybody ain't no hater.
Right.
Some people actually have constructive criticisms for you. You know what I'm saying? What him say? You can't shame them if you don't love them.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta be coming from the right place.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, you just have to get them to care. To be honest, like, that's just really what it is. And if you can't do that, then does it really matter? I don't know.
Key?
I'm kind of on the same thing that Aaliyah just said. Like, shame is coming from like a derogatory place. Like it sounds negative. If the goal for it to be effective is for change behavior, then we can work on delivery for things, but definitely not holding people accountable for things, but addressing shit that's not the norm. And then we need to establish what the norm is, because we've been doing this shit so normally, it's like people are really shameless from it. So they need to also care and realize that this is not really going to do any good for anybody, because even if it's not affecting me immediately and it's not affecting me directly, it's affecting all of us, because some stereotypes are real just because of what some minority or the majority is doing or whatever. But I don't know. We want to not care because it takes a lot to make somebody see what they're doing on their own, or to make them see that, oh, this is something that I am doing that's wrong, or something that I could change. So then we want to just mind our own business, but we should look out for each other. And it just starts within like your own group. And like you have, I don't want to say the position, but if you have like the knowledge and the experience and the wisdom to guide somebody correctly, or to at least comment on stuff. But I guess when we see it with strangers, it's kind of like, I don't really see people really correcting strangers, because people are going to be like, well, who the fuck are they talking to? Who the fuck are you? So that doesn't help. So I think that a quicker solution would be to start within our own people, like even friends or people that we might not call too much of a friend, like even like a Facebook friend or something, or a social media friend. Like if you see something that doesn't look good, like you ain't gotta address it like directly and say, hey, look, you might not want to do that. You're like, hey, bitch, are you okay? Like, I see that, this doesn't, I'm concerned maybe. Like, is everything all right? But I don't know. I think we should just all love each other, and we should start being more caring and helping, and I don't know, try to be better, whatever better is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Rest of think, man.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep it short and simple. For those of us that are so concerned about our communities, I'm just gonna ask you reflect and ask yourself, what have you done to improve your community? And also just be the change that you want to see. Pretty much it's gonna start with you.
Yeah. Last one says, dig, dig, hug. 9149 was popping what it says. Do you think some people seem advice as shame? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, advice as shame. Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
think
what I think we were trying to say.
people take exception with critique and advice and recommendations, and the message can be dismissed depending on who's saying it for whatever the reasons are. So yeah, I think 100% we see that. I think overall that it was good though. You can't shame the shameless. I think if I were to give an honest synopsis, is I think that there's not a strong baseline for most people, so they can justify why it's ignored. Different critiques that they have from other people and shit like that. And then they can look, and there's an example of someone duplicating their behavior and saying it's okay. I use this example about the fumbling running backs. They hang out together so they can both justify why they can't hold on to the ball. But as long as he got that nigga next to him, they're like, yeah, man, it was wet outside. So it's interesting, man. I think we got to do a part 2 to dive in a little bit more. There's a couple other things. But I think that we did good this evening, man. Salute to, there was like 300, almost 400 people here this evening. The intimate panel, which I did a hell of a job. Go ahead, Aaliyah.
So do you think this is why black women created the sisterhood? So like we won't have to be held accountable. So it's like a shield. So we don't get shamed by nobody. We got a whole army of people you can't shame us because we unified behind this one thing. Do you think that's why the sisterhood was created?
No, the sisterhood was created about helping other black women to
Yeah,
achieve
what's
things.
sisterhood?
But just just as far as like just I'm gonna co-sign what you doing because you a girl type shit. Nah, uh, I'm gonna be a negative Nancy here, and I'm gonna say that was niggas assigning sisterhood to that bullshit, and we know it ain't no sisterhood in that.
Okay. Because that's what I was about to say. Whenever I see black women in a collective defending something, it's not always something that's in a good thing that's a good thing for us, or like defending a person. So that's why I attributed it to that as well. Because when I see the collective of black women defending one woman, it's probably for something that she probably shouldn't have been doing, or something that wasn't beneficial to her. So it can't come off that way. Like it might not have started that way, but it starts to come off that way when you see how it's portrayed in society, how it happens when the sisterhood like when it comes, the girl code when it happens, like just the timing of it all. It doesn't seem like a coincidence anymore.
Yeah, those are the people who share the same opinions are going to defend said behavior because they participate in it. That ain't got nothing to do with no sisterhood. You know
Yeah,
what
I'm
I'm
about to
saying?
say we're
Because if
never
it,
gonna all have the same opinion on everything. So I think it's gonna always be a difference in opinions, but it can still kind of be like a baseline or kind of like, hey, yeah, that's not socially acceptable.
Okay.
It's gonna always be an excuse behind some shit.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to know. I just be really wanting to understand like the root of things. I like to ask questions to understand. So
Yeah, I think before we get out of here, I think it's just twofold. It's the people that align with them will speak out, and the people that don't won't. So I think
Because as soon as you speak out about some shit, you definitely a pick me or something like negative. Like if you try to speak out about something that's a different opinion from what the other people agree with, or either you decide to mind your business because obviously that's not your post to be on, that's not your type of people, it doesn't fare well. But
Yeah.
you got to make the conscious decision to, I guess, to be that voice.
All right, I gotta go. Good night, everybody.
Nigga, you the one that asked the last question.
I
We've been
know.
trying to get you.
I gotta go. Good night. Have a good night.
I'm gonna
Hey man, dope. I'll see y'all tomorrow for the original This Might Be Risky show. We are covering 1985 to 2005. We've been going through different 20-year periods for the black community to see where things started to go awry. So obviously this might be the most popular era for several negatively connotated reasons, with the crack era, gangster rap, etc., etc. We've been working it backwards. We went from 2026 to 06, and now we're working it backwards. So it should be interesting for sure, you know? So yeah, man, log into that show. That shit gonna pop. Those shows been doing great, and I think it's awesome how we've been breaking it down. So we shall see, man. Ressa, Key, Callie, make sure y'all take a look at my message in the chat. Take a look at my message in the chat. Let me send me that.
I replied.
All
I
right,
replied.
cool.
Can I be an asshole real quick?
Hurry up, man.
Hey, for tomorrow's show, if you ain't at least 35 years old, please don't participate in that damn panel because you ain't gonna know what you're talking about. You have zero context for what's going on on the ground, except for just reading about that one little snippet that you choose to read about and take that as like what's going on, like in totality. That's all.
Okay. Well,
Hi, y'all.
I think everybody else there would be. Yeah, man. So, all right, y'all. Be safe. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Be safe and do the right thing, man.
Likewise.
Share. Indeed. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And we out.